council member, as far as replacing some of this equipment. I think, part of that is if we do the demolition, you know, we're prepared to just replace it, you know, this fiscal year. Cause my assumption is that once we demolish it, we'll start getting calls or, you know, what's happening with the playground equipment. And the other part is, there's some grant money out there. Part of what we're trying to do, and we wanna do is, once we get the comprehensive plan approved, which is part of that comprehensive plan is what they call a park master plan. You need that in order to apply for these grants for Texas Parks and Wildlife. They have a grant, I believe, for, I wanna say $350,000, $750,000. But they need that plan, which we hope to have in September. And then I think the application for that, the application is August of the next fiscal year. It's every August that you can apply for these funds. But to say that again, the playground equipment is something that we'd have to, if we were gonna put in this year's budget, we'd have to earmark that. So I do wanna hear from the council regarding,
I have a question.
Councilwoman Hernandez?
I have a question on, the HVAC. We do own a small business, in HVAC, me and my spouse, and I did researches on these equipments, and, I mean, it's a lot of money Maverick is charging. I mean, he's way too expensive compared to the other one. I don't know why, you know, the recommendation would be for Maverick when you have another vendor on there that's where it should be. I did researches on it, as, you know, as far as the equipment and stuff.
The one from that other vendor, there's only one thing that he doesn't do. He doesn't do the cleaning of the air ducts. So, and this other here would do the cleaning of all the air ducts.
Well, I mean, is there any other vendors, I mean, out there that have come with anything else as
well,
far as?
we can consider council on this, again, assuming we wanna do some of this work this year. And I believe with this funding, my understanding is we can use ARP money for this, because it does affect our regulation system. That's my understanding of the use of ARP for something like this. So what I'm getting at is even if we were just to purchase the equipment, we purchase it ourselves and then maybe have somebody do the installation, that may be a way
Yes.
to see how we could cut some cost and cut some of that if that's something that we do.
And I'm pretty sure you can do that, because, I mean, as far as me being property management, we do, buy our own equipment, and we just get the contractor, the licensed, HVAC to come and just install it.
Is that something you
City,
want?
City Secretary, please, for the record, note that Councilman Leal came in at 7:25.
In regards to what Councilwoman Sonia here is saying in reference to Maverick, you know, I don't know where is it, Sub-Zero's from?
They're from Divine.
From Divine. You know, I mean, I like to keep everything local, but, you know, if it's gonna save us a tremendous amount of cost, you know, even if they don't do the duct, I mean, if there's big savings and we can actually hire some contract somebody else just to clean the duct, but if they can do that by themselves and still save quite a bit of money, I'd rather see that happen.
Do you think that, I mean, the only difference is that they do the duct cleaning, they being Maverick?
Yes.
Could we, I mean, is that really worth $40,000, you think? I mean, all the duct works,
No,
No, it's not.
is it something we could do ourselves? Can send some guys? Maybe when it gets cooler.
I mean, you might look at you might get into getting a vacuum and an actual good vacuum and just have somebody there and hold it in and do your duct cleaning. I mean,
Hey,
I'm not talking about vacuum cleaner for carpet, I'm talking about.
you need to start getting some creative ideas.
Didn't have any back trucks.
You know.
All right, anybody else have questions for Ram? All right, Ram, thank you very much.
Council.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll continue to, this wish list is not in the budget, but we'll continue to discuss, because it's part of that CapEx, it's important. All right, next up, Fred.
Next one is Crystal, we have the library.
Please save the best for last.
This is a really cool slide, this is a really cool presentation, so.
Wait, is this the last one?
No.
Utilities.
Do we get minutes before?
You said municipal court.
Okay, municipal court,
They don't have a mission statement there, but your public library also addresses community problems. And our focus is dropout prevention and assisting residents finding jobs. Public access to computers and books greatly improves both. Oh, and we have 2 new staff members, Sarah and Irma. I invite you to come meet them both. Next slide, please. Oh, that's not slide. So, I'm sure you've all noticed in your own personal budgets that there's less people are spending money on non-necessities like entertainment. So, we've noticed an increase in traffic and an increase in program attendance, definitely. Next slide, please. This is just a small sampling of some of the services that we provide. And here are some of the reasons that we're essential. It is our community's best preschool learning place. It is a place many people in our community know has all the resources for job searches. It is a place for lifelong learning for everyone on an equal basis, and it's free of charge. Oh, well, yeah, sorry. No, I forgot to say next slide, please. Can you go back? So that is one of the programs that I do for the 6th through 8th graders, creative journaling. That is not one of our new employees in the middle. And that is a family enjoying a puzzle at one of our back tables. So, where am I? Next slide, please. During COVID, I offered digital programs. We did virtual story times, virtual craft with me's. And I just want to tell you a little bit about our demographic. Who uses our library? It might be people you don't expect. The teacher who uses the library collection to supplement her school library. The family who saves money by renting movies instead of paying rental fees. The middle-aged man who used the computer to take a class on resume writing, then found a job. Parents or grandparents who bring their preschooler in to check out books and attend story time. Kids who consider the library a perfect after-school hangout place. Next slide, please. There you can see some pictures of the hours that I've done. That was at the intermediate. I did a story time and we did a craft. And then the other one with the cups, that was at Dia de los Niños at Kids Are First. So recently our library turned in the state report, and it includes data such as computer usage, annual visitors, requests for library assistance fulfilled each year, and special services and programs that we offer, and the number of new card holders. If any of you would like to see the report, I can email it to you, or you can come by and we can talk about it at the library. Next slide, please. So that says COVID-19 trying to cancel summer reading at the library, and then the other one says librarians building an online summer reading program that can transition into a library program as needed. So it was a challenge, but we did it. So you can see on the side that that was one of my highest attended programs. I had Family Game Day. We had 52 people attend that program. It was a lot of fun. Everybody enjoyed it, and they keep coming back. Next slide, please. So in conclusion, I would just like to state that this community's library is about the future of the community, and my budget proposal relates directly to the youth of our community. I didn't even tell y'all what I was requesting, and it's not a lot, $5,000 added to the book budget, and that's it. Do y'all have any questions?
Questions for our librarian? Yes, sir. Councilman Shereen.
With all these resources that you offer, is this gonna, do we promote this more often? I'm seeing it more often now. But I think these are resources that should increase in promotion.
Yeah, we definitely can.
Because this is good stuff.
Yeah.
This is resources that
I had
maybe
done,
even during the summer.
yeah, a little thing on their previous story time that I don't know if y'all saw that on our Facebook page, but yes, we're trying to get more involved with all the departments across the board.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would like to see is more of the promoting of these resources and what we have to offer.
Of course, yeah. I would like to see more people who have never come in before, new patrons. because we have so many regulars, and I love my regulars, but there's people that walk in and they're like, I've never been to the library before, and like, I'm just like, well, here's what we have to offer. Like, we're more than just books, and I want everybody to understand that we're more than just books. So multitude of things.
The Councilman Trino said, you know as well that I mentioned previously about more promotion as well, and I seen more promotion, but I guess we don't get enough of it, so anyway, just keep promoting.
Okay,
and
yeah,
all
sure.
that. Also, Mayor and I were there one day, and you mentioned about the community room there. What's all that storage? Bring it back to the light. I wanna know, why it's being utilized, the storage.
I'm just using right now the tables that are outside in the library.
Mhm.
So, there's some storage in there that's got private documents, so it's.
So you really can't bring it out to the public?
You're talking the community center, is that what you're talking about?
The community room there at the library?
Which is right behind where the old municipal court is at.
Yes.
Right now, we have that as there's storage right now. They're actually, what we talked about is, we're running out, as mentioned, we're running out of storage space for files. I mean, we don't have, we are just inundated with documents. And we've talked about, as the council's aware, we've talked about imaging and disposing of some of these documents, but we're to a point where we're starting to store stuff we're storing stuff there, we're storing stuff here. We have storage at the old police department. So again, I know that it's a huge price tag, but at some point we're gonna have to, even if it's through, and there's no money in this budget yet for imaging and disposing of some of this, but it's something that we have to do. And again, that facility hasn't been used since COVID. We hadn't rented it out. We've been sticking primarily to Civic Center, and so it hadn't really been used very much.
Okay. Well, I mean, the only reason I ask that is because of, trying to utilize the library fully, and I know that we moved quite a bit of, people, stuff over here from that side. We don't have any rooms over there that we can store some of that, nothing.
I would love to take y'all for a tour to see where all we have stored, and we could
Yeah.
definitely take a look to see all the, because it is a monstrosity of years of data.
Well, maybe someday we need to look at, to put it in the forefront, a building, to store our documents and stuff, so.
That's a great
Moving
idea.
forward.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else questions? Jennifer, thanks very much.
Thank you.
All right, that conclude item A, amend Police Street.
We have two more that I don't think they have present. Crystal didn't wanna, she didn't wanna show off her presentation skills, so I don't think Crystal had any. The judge is here from municipal court. The one item that I think was included in the judges, there wasn't a lot of changes to municipal court, but I think the one item we put on the personnel side that the council will have to take up, is I think there was a benefit, I think, that we included for, health
Postage,
insurance.
furniture,
Sorry?
postage and furniture for
No,
municipal court.
but primarily I'm talking about the big increases for the municipal court. It's not, what I'm saying is there's nothing significant as far as I see, and even in your budget, Crystal.
No.
With the exception of an increase for an incentive for the municipal court judge, for health insurance, and that's something that was added into that budget.
It's not in there.
I think it is in there, but it is something,
Everybody should be having health insurance, right?
again, that's
Right
something
here.
the council has to.
Okay, yeah, I thought all city workers have health insurance.
Not in all contract. Bobby's, give you an example, we're all on contract, which includes Bobby, municipal court judge, and myself. And so it's something that the council has to take up.
So just, you can see that budget particularly online, on page 13, it was 140,000, now it's roughly 145,000. Going over that, and then, city secretary, were you gonna hit your high points here, or roughly, she was 124,000.
Mr. Mayor, real quick, back to municipal
Court, all right.
So this position went from a part-time position to a full-time position, correct?
That's correct.
So, are we looking at the salaries? How did that work as far as salary was?
From a salary perspective, those dollars are in there from paying the municipal court judge to paying the clerk, You have two full-time positions, that are there. The only benefit that was left out last year was the health insurance benefit for the judge. But yes, the salary did increase, so you have a full-time position now for a municipal court judge and, a full-time clerk. So it is included in that budget. So that's pretty much the extent of those salaries, and that pretty much takes up a good chunk of that entire operating budget, which is personnel costs.
So the job description of the municipal judge, is under a contract, or is that what we're looking at?
Yes, it's on contract.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, any other questions on municipal court? All right, council, again, city clerk, $1,144,000, and now slight increase to $158,000. Any particular questions there? Hearing none, all right, I think we're pretty much wrapping up item 8A, was that right?
Maybe you guys wanna take a break to go, we still have the enterprise fund after this, so we all need a small break. Are we all ready to go? And sure.
You might need a break. Okay, all right, it is 8, let's just say it's 7:40, and so we'll break for 5 minutes. Then we'll break for 5 minutes. I'll call back.